ओके हो चुके हैं लाइव।
All right, so hello everyone, good morning and happy Sunday. Hope your long weekend was really good. I hope everyone is able to hear me right now. So, first 1 minute or 2 minutes, we'll try to test it out that everything is working fine. So, if you are able to hear me properly and you're not getting any more disturbances and voice is clear and you are also able to see our video, then please put a comment so that we will be able to know how things are working out. Okay, Laksh, can you share the screen? I'm not able to see it right now.
You mean the PPT? It's on already.
Yes. Okay, let me check. Just try to restart it. I think still it's not available. I can see it on YouTube.
Cool. Cool. Okay. I think it has stopped sharing. I don't know why.
No problem.
Now it's sharing.
Yes.
Cool. So yeah.
Thank you so much for your feedback. Let's start. So, welcome to this session. This session is about Power BI. Many of you might be aware of what Power BI is. Many of you might be new to this concept. So it's an offering by Microsoft, which is a big combination of business and development. Like you're having a large data set that you need to analyze somehow. You need to create generated reports. You need to make future predictions. You need to analyze data like that. For those things, we actually need Power BI. So it stands for Power Business Intelligence. It started with Excel firstly, and then afterwards it was an application. So I am Gaurav Chauhan, and joining me today will be Laksh from Pune. Laksh has been working on Power BI from last few years. So he'll be guiding you through about what Power BI is, even if it's your first session about Power BI or maybe it's possible you might be knowing something about Power BI. So even then, I think this session will be useful to all of you. And even I have a few doubts about Power BI, so I will be definitely asking Laksh about it. So a few words about MSTC Indore first. MSTC Indore is our organization, which is based out of Indore. It's a technical community, it's an open community, everyone can join in. And we organize virtual and in person event in Indore where we share and discuss technology, something new or exciting that excites us. We have reached about 1,000 technical members. We have around 1,000 technical members from Indore. And these include professionals from different companies in Indore, and also they include so many students. So over to you, Laksh. I think you can introduce now how things are and everything.
Okay, thank you, Gaurav, for this introduction, and welcome everyone to Introduction to Power BI. Okay, so I'm Laksh Matai, and I worked as a full stack web developer for a year or so, and I love creating mobile applications. And other than that, I love exploring new technologies, like what's coming new in the market. So post session, if you have any doubts, you can just note down my email and you can just mail me anytime. I'll help you out with it. So getting started with today's session. So these are the few things that I'll be covering in the. First of all, we'll go with what is Power BI and then why do we need Power BI, and then the other offerings of Power BI like service, desktop, embedded, mobile, and lastly we'll talk about pricing as well. So, getting started quickly, um, what is Power BI? So, as Gaurav said, Power BI is a reporting tool for building dashboards, and it's a new offering by Microsoft. So, with the help of it, you can create really cool visuals and analyze your data from it. So, first of all, why do we need Power BI? So, what happens is everybody needs data, right? So no matter you are a scientist or a teacher or an engineer, you need data. But having just data is not enough today. You need some you need something to make sense out of it. For that, we have Power BI. So there are two versions of Power BI, first of all. Um, so one is Power BI on premises, that is by using Power BI desktop. And secondly, we have Power BI website. So, but before jumping in, I'd like to show you the real use cases where Power BI is being used. So you can just go and Google this Power BI data stories gallery. Okay, and here you will find a lot of samples on Power BI which have been implemented. So this is NFL final touchdown dashboard. Okay, so you can see some teams over here like Arizona Cardinals, Los Angeles Rams, San Francisco 49ers, Seattle Seahawks. So a lot of data is over here, like how many touchdowns were scored, and passes and everything. So if I click on it, Arizona Cardinals, so the data will start refreshing and it will show me that 42 was the touchdown score and who from the Arizona Cardinal was the top scorer and the other details of it. Same goes for the other teams as well. So you can see the data switching over here. Other example, if you have a Facebook page, you are a admin to a Facebook page for some celebrity or a company, then you can import your Facebook's data and then you can analyze it in Power BI as well. So here you can see how many people were engaged in your feeds. So this is how you can click and see the data changing. Um, So it shows here that you have these many stories, and out of which in these months you have pasted about how many stories. Like for example, in January, how many people were engaged. Right. Um, Next story is from your school, from a school, and it tells how much they are paying to a teacher, and then you can see the data refreshing and changing over here. Okay, so what I have done basically when I used to work as a Power BI developer for a client, so this is what I have created. So here you can see that I'll tell you the scenario first of all. So there are a lot of IoT devices which are sending data currently. Okay, so they are sending us temperature data at the moment, and here you can see the count of the machines and their location as well through Power BI. You can zoom in the location. Okay, so if I click on Hyderabad, it will directly take me to the. It should take me. I don't know what's done. Okay, currently running. Please try again. Probably some network issue, I believe. So it actually works. I don't know what happened just now. I'll just retry to run it. I hope it will work. Okay, so this is how it will load, and it's loading. It's loading. So this is the current temperature by machine. As you can see, these are the different machines and the current temperature. For example, right now it's 14 degrees Celsius, 12 degrees Celsius, 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, and if I click on Bangalore, okay, cool, it's working now. So as you can see, the visuals changing automatically. So it shows out of uh, which 45 machines are on at the moment out of 63, and out of 63 total on machines, 45 are in Bangalore, and out of total 38 off machines, 20 are in Bangalore. Okay, and you might be seeing the count of machine ID has also changed to 65. So total 65 machines are there in Bangalore. If I click on Hyderabad, it will just change the visuals, take me to Hyderabad, and show me the machines. So you can see really cool visuals over here, and this width of the circle is depending on the temperature. So if the temperature is smaller, the width of the circle is small, and if the temperature is increased, is large. So the width of the circle is large, and so this is what I have developed before for one of my clients. Um, so this is Power BI dashboard, what I showed you. Yeah. So this is how it looks. So how you can get started with it. So first of all, what you can do is just go to powerbi.com, powerbi.microsoft.com, and it's for free if you have a Office 365 subscription or work account. Um, I'm just gonna sign in over here. So as I sign in, I've already signed in, so it's just going to take me to my dashboard, and this is how it looks. So when I click on this hamburger menu, it's going to show me a variety of things like reports, data sets. Um, so for creating a new report or a new dashboard, you need a data set on which you can create your report. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this plus button, and it's going to ask me how you want to get data. So you want to get data from a file or from a live Azure SQL database or any other thing, any other database as well. So right now I'm going to click to file. This is a file I downloaded from Microsoft sample databases only. So it's going to ask me how you want to import your file, import Excel data if you want to import the Excel data itself, or you want to upload your whole file. So I'm just going to import it right now. So this is offerings of Power BI. Site is basically creating dashboards and reports. Actually, think of it as a view where your dashboards and reports are present, and you have shared with, and you can define roles like who can access it. For example, clients, one is sitting in America and other is sitting in England. So you can create views for different countries, and the England client of yours, the client of yours who is in England, will view data of England, and the American one will view the data from America only. So this kind of role allocation you can do it from here. So whatever basically you can do from here, you can also do it from something known as Power BI Desktop. I'm just going to show you Power BI Desktop as well. Okay, cool. So it has taken my data, and I'll click on it. So it shows me retail analysis sample, which was the name of my sheet. So now we have a data set with us, and we see it has already found different columns with it, and you can just start diving in. These are all the fields in the Excel sheet. These are the visualizations we can use. For example, I showed you a map one, so it's over here, map. And if you need bar charts, you have it over here, right? And you also have line charts, pie charts, and different forms of visualizations. So here, from here itself, you can create a report and then share it. And you also have one more option, that is Power BI Desktop. So this is the Power BI Desktop which I just opened. Now, the Power BI Desktop is a very powerful tool. Here you can model your data if you want to change your data, split some columns, create some measured columns, or use Power Query. This is the right place to do it. So now I can show you about get data. So these are the all the sources from where you can get the data. You can get data from Excel, CSV, XML, JSON. You also have access to your SQL Server database, Oracle database, IBM, and you have your data warehouse. Apart from Microsoft, you can connect your uh, Facebook data, SAP HANA data, Salesforce, and whatnot. Even you have GitHub over here. So you can choose any of these and connect with it. But currently I'm gonna uh, choose my sample over here. Um, but right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Excel import. I'll just import the data from my Excel sheet over here. So you can see that it will automatically form queries out of it and migrate them as well. So we'll just forget about the pre-created pages over here, and let's get started. How to do it? Okay. So, so inside my sales, I have this. Okay. First of all, I'll show you the data. What data we are having. So this is the district table about different districts, um, sales of different items, different types of item, buyer category, different stores, and the location and the time interval, like your quarterly reports if you're having. So you can also see that Power BI has also made relations automatically from my data. If it doesn't make, you can if it you can directly just pull this and point it over here, and it will make relation. This is very useful if you are having a relational database, and this is how your visuals also change. By interacting with one visual, you change your other visual. So because of this relationship only, this happens. So currently I'm going to show you making a dashboard from scratch. So uh, I'm gonna take this value and on the store, I'm going to take chain. Okay, so I'm just going to convert it into a pie chart. So now you can see that it's showing me a pie chart. So it's showing me that Fashions Direct has done so much of sales this year, and Lindsay's has also done some amount of sales over here. So let me show you the map control over here. Well, I'll just make a map control, and in the location field, I'll add postal code. Okay, and in the legend, I'll add store type. So as I'm adding, you can see it has automatically started to take the data and started to show it. Now to differentiate the sizes of the circle, there is this size field, and I'll put value over here to show me which place has done well in the sales. Okay. Um, I'll also show you a stack chart, and I'll add the store type to legend. Okay. So it's showing me the report of how the new store is doing versus the old store, like how great the sales are in the new stores. So, for example, you can see in Lindsay's, the new store hasn't worked out well, but the same store is working good. But the case for Fashion Direct is that new store is working good, and the same store has not performed that well. Um, Now I'll show you one more control. Um, that would be the line chart. I'll put the chain in the legend, and sorry, chain in the axis, store type in legend, and average selling price in the value. Okay, so this is also showing me the sales of the store per area. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So what I can do is I can also add my text box over here, like fashion sales report. Okay. Cool. And I can also add image over here. Okay. So this is my report over here, which is finished. I can also publish it directly over here. It will publish it to my Power BI website that I have, and it will appear over here. For example, I have this already, detailed analysis sample. Let me, um, so this is the one which is also available by Microsoft, and I just uploaded it over here in the reports. And so from here you can put pin in these reports in the dashboard, and then you have the ability to share it with your teammates and colleagues. So that's pretty much about it. Now, so right now we have covered Power BI website and Power BI desktop. Okay, in the Power BI uh, desktop, you can model your data. For example, if you want to split your fields, you can split your fields, and you can add new measure columns based on your Power queries, and then it can, you can pull out some meaningful information out of it. Um, Inside this, you have all these functionalities. And the third thing is Power BI service for Power BI embedded reports. So you can now you know how to create reports, right? So like we have created this report, and I can save it. So I can save it on my desktop like employee, right? Sales report, and it's going to save it for me on my desktop. Here it is. So what I can do now is I can upload this sales report to my Power BI service, which I'm just going to show you how to make it. And then we can access it through our own website. We can embed these reports, Power BI reports, into our custom websites. So for doing that, what you need to do is you have to create a Power BI service in Microsoft Azure. Mhm. So it's probably in Intelligence Plus Analytics, Power BI embedded. So from here you can create your own workspace collection. So workspace collection name is basically like you are going to have a lot of workspaces inside. So there's this workspace collection for it. You can create a resource group or you can use the existing one. I believe I have a lot of existing ones. So I'll put this and I'll create it. So actually the Power BI is a very vast thing, is a very vast offering. Um, right now, this session is an overview session. We are just going to demonstrate each and everything. Um, if you like the video, we can, or you can request for the more videos, and we can dive into each and everything in more detail, like Power BI website or Power BI desktop and Power BI embedded as well. So I have this already created one with me, Power BI Get Started, which I created just before the session. And I have a workspace already over here, and I have uploaded my report in it. So you can just see here. This is a Power BI. This is a sample application provided by Microsoft. So this is a website which is running in my local host, and this is a sample application. So inside it, I'm just going to go and see the retail data set. So this is the same PBIX file which I just made, like which you make from Power BI desktop, and you can upload it. to your Power BI service. So this is my own website, and it is showing Power BI reports to me. So this is something which we just created. So you can see the beautiful visuals over here, and you have district monthly sales over here, new stores opening, and how they are performing. Sales report. Cool. So this is Power BI embedded. Now I'm just going to go back to my slides. I showed you Power BI desktop. So from Power BI desktop, you can create reports and you can publish them later. The most important thing about creating a report is to choose the right control, right visual, right? Only then it's going to make sense out of it. And so this is the Power BI embedded slide. So you can see that it sits on the top of the Azure SQL database or any of your database. And then you can create a report over here and upload it to your application. So basically, while getting the data from database, there are two options. One is import and the other is query, live query. So in the import, you have to manually refresh the data, and if you have a live query connection, it will keep on refreshing the data as the data comes in. Uh, the first report that I showed you from the IoT device, it was based on live query. So as the data is coming in, it's going to show me all the details. Um, so I forgot to show you this one thing as well. So in this, you can see we have this cutters over here. So currently it's showing me live data. Yeah, you can see that it's actually live. It's 9:30 a.m. 11:35 was the last time it showed me the data. Okay. So I can choose a different machine over here, and it's so yeah. So it's going to show me for all the machines. So what I've basically done here is I've created a calculated column which I just talked about, and inside it I've written a query that it will show data from only past 5 days. So only past 5 days data is shown. This is basically the temperature trends of the IoT device, right? So this is like the single view for each application. So you can see the map view, you can see the info, like where it's situated, and the alert history as well. So, for example, if my temperature has been set to 15 and the temperature rises, and it will show me alert. For example, this is the alert. Like last time, it raised an alert because the temperature was 23 degrees Celsius on this date at this time. Yeah, this is showing um, how many temperature alerts were there, how many location alerts were there in different regions. Yeah. So I'll get back to my slides now. So you can publish to web, which is I showed you how, and but this is just a very small overview of it, like how you can do it. We are definitely going to go in depth in the coming sessions. So one thing great about Power BI is that you can access your reports on mobile. Power BI has mobile applications for each and every operating system, mobile operating system. So what you can do over here is just you can go to your Power BI. You can create reports over here and dashboards. And when you log in from your mobile, the reports will already be there. Access it over there, and the reports will be live. So these are few of the samples that I've already created reports. Sorry, that was a pro version, which my pro version expired. Yeah. So you can also get live data. So this is streaming data set. So it's showing IoT Hub trial data. What you can do is like what I did before was I was using Azure IoT Hub. So from Azure IoT Hub, you can give your data to Azure Stream Analytics job, and which is going to take your data and it can push it to your Power BI directly. So this is my IoT Hub Stream Analytics job, and as you can see, so it's sending data directly to my Power BI subscription, and so when it starts sending the data, I can just access it directly from my Power BI website over here, and then I can make a report out of it. So you can also see the query over here. So you can write the whole query. It's basically a TSQL query for the input and output, and you can just use it directly. So getting back to my slides, uh, so we can start Q&A, I believe. Okay, yeah. Before that, I have to show you the pricing for Power BI. So the basic difference is only between the number of rows that you can access. Otherwise, everything is pretty much same in the Power BI and Power BI Pro. For the Power BI service, you have that we created on Azure, you have to pay for it. If you have a Azure subscription for me, like me, then you don't have to worry much about it. But I think the cost for Power BI service is based on session. For every session, it's going to charge you something. So basically, there were two models before, but now there is one, I believe, the session one. So, so the Power BI is a pretty good tool if you want to analyze your data and if you want to make reports out of it for displaying some meaningful content. I think I'm pretty much done over here for um, the demos and these presentation. So if anybody has any questions, you can ask me right now. You can just ask it in the comments. Uh, I forgot to show you this one thing. So you can actually change the color of the data as well. So visual as well. So for example, this is blue. I can make it yellow or something. Change it to purple. and you can edit it, title, text, change the background of it as well if you want. Mhm. And yes, it seems nice. So this is the analytics part. So it's only available for few visuals at the moment. So you can actually predict the data, the future data, on the basis of the past data it has got up till now. So I'm still waiting for any questions if anybody has.
Okay, so Laksh, we can do one thing now. We can showcase our handles which are available so that people can get back to us in case they're having any queries or if they want to attend any more events like that, right?
Yeah, so these are handles, Twitter handles.
So thank you everyone who joined in and who will be seeing this afterwards. So we are available on all the channels. Please subscribe us on YouTube channel and also join us on Meetup. That's most important. If you are in Indore and around or you keep visiting this place, then we have a very active tech developer community over here. And if you want to speak up and have any knowledge that you want to share, then we are always ready for people like that. We are glad to host people like that. So again, a big thank you. Please join us on meetup.com. We'll be having a follow-up session maybe in February. It all depends on how much people are interested on it. And we'll be having also an offline session in February. So if you are around in Indore, please join us in person. It will be a very great opportunity to come around. And yes, there's a flagship event that's going to come, and I think Laksh can tell us about it.
So, Global Azure Bootcamp is a session which is hosted every year by different technical communities around the world. MSTC Indore is proud to say that we have been hosting it since past 3 years, and it's a really great event to know about various upcoming Azure services and the new Azure products that are going to be introduced this year. Uh, so Azure is becoming really big these days with a lot of services coming in, and every time you see there's a new service introduced. For example, Azure Fabrics, Azure Data Lake, Azure Data Warehousing. These were the new features which were introduced last year, and many more are going to come. So please join us for Global Azure Bootcamp if you are in Indore. It will be great. It will be lovely to have you there.
Okay,
So over.
so I think we can end the session now.
Yeah, I believe.
All right, awesome. So thanks, Laksh, for joining us from Pune. Let's meet you soon here in Indore. And all the other people, thank you so much for joining us again. Please give us your feedback about the session, what you liked, what was missing, and what all things we can improve more, and any other topic that you feel like that we could speak about or we can host an event about. Definitely, we'll do that.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, and have a happy Sunday.
Thank you for having us.